Test of the KASH TV emergency broadcast system. This is only a test.
What's up, guys? Today we're going to be watching some 12 horror stories from Vegas. And make sure you guys go down and subscribe to Histories and Legends. Go down, subscribe, and let's just get right into it.
We're bringing 12 terrifying legends back to life. Chilling tales that still haunt the Sin City.
Okay.
Number 1.
Here's number 1.
The 10th floor of Excalibur.
Oh.
The Excalibur Hotel and Casino is one of the most recognizable resorts on the Strip, with its castle-like towers and colorful turrets. Built in 1990, it was designed to capture the magic of medieval fantasy. But behind its cheerful exterior lies one of Las Vegas's more unsettling legends, the haunted 10th floor. Guests and staff alike whisper of strange disturbances that seem to center on this level, giving it a reputation unlike any other in the castle. Those who stay there often describe being kept awake by sounds that defy explanation. Heavy footsteps pace the halls at odd hours, followed by sudden knocks at the door. But when opened, the hallway is empty. Lights flicker as if on command, and some guests report televisions turning on by themselves, playing static before shutting off. Others have spoken of icy drafts sweeping through their rooms, even in the heat of summer.
What the heck?
The most chilling stories involve visions of ghostly knights in armor, seen roaming the corridors as if guarding the castle they call home. Equally disturbing are reports of a woman crying faintly in the distance, her sobs echoing through the walls with no source to be found. Elevators have been known to stop on the 10th floor for no reason, their doors sliding open to reveal an empty hallway bathed in silence.
Why would it do that, though?
Today, the 10th floor has become part of Excalibur's mystique, with some thrill seekers booking rooms there just to test the stories. While skeptics insist it's nothing more than imagination, many leave convinced they experienced something beyond reason.
What the? A knight in armor? Why would they see a knight in armor?
Number 2.
Story 2.
Elvis Presley's ghost at Westgate. Elvis Presley may be gone, but in Las Vegas, the king of rock and roll is said to still reign.
What?
Beginning in 1969, Elvis performed at the Las Vegas Hilton, now the Westgate, where he delivered hundreds of sold-out shows over 7 years. His residency not only defined Las Vegas entertainment, but also cemented his image as the city's brightest star. It's no wonder that many claim his spirit never left the stage. Stories from the West Gate describe faint singing heard in empty showrooms, the unmistakable sound of Elvis's deep voice echoing through the halls.
Like, just imagine you're at like a theater, like where that is, and then you hear faint singing.
Security guards and guests alike have claimed to see a figure in a white jumpsuit near the theater, only to watch him fade away before their eyes. Some even say they've felt a sudden warmth or energy in the Elvis suite, the very room where he once stayed, as though he is still present. A few chilling encounters involve phantom music. Pianos have reportedly played on their own, and visitors have spoken of hearing the opening chords of Can't Help Falling in Love in silent rooms. One woman swore she felt a hand tap her shoulder during a late-night visit, only to turn and find herself alone. The faint scent of cologne lingered in the air, the same brand Elvis was known to wear. For many fans, Elvis's ghost is not a frightening one. Instead, it's a comforting reminder of his deep bond with Las Vegas. The Westgate still celebrates his legacy, but those who've had strange encounters believe the king himself still makes appearances, giving the city one last encore.
That's crazy. Oh, story 2. Here we go. With
Number
story
3. The mysterious tunnels beneath Las Vegas. Beneath the glitter and glamour of the Las Vegas Strip lies a secret that few tourists ever see. An underground network of flood-controlled tunnels stretching more than 200 miles. These tunnels were designed to protect the city from sudden desert storms.
And there's
but over time, they became
people
home to hundreds of people seeking shelter. Along with their presence came whispers of strange figures, eerie sounds, and a world of legends hidden beneath the neon lights. Visitors and locals who have explored the tunnels often describe a sense of dread. Shadows flicker where no light should be, and footsteps echo without anyone visible. Some tell of hearing voices whispering their names, or laughter that vanishes as quickly as it comes.
That'd be scary. Just imagine you're hearing laughter and then you look and there's nothing. That'd be terrifying.
Investigators have claimed the tunnels are alive with restless spirits, perhaps tied to the struggles and tragedies of those who lived or died underground. But the legends don't stop at ghosts. Stories circulate about dark figures that don't seem human at all, moving just outside the range of flashlights. Some describe glowing eyes staring from the blackness, while others speak of growls that follow them through the passages. Whether these tales are the product of imagination or something more, the tunnels have earned a reputation as one of the most haunted places in Las Vegas.
That'd be so scary. What if you're a tourist and then you go down there and you hear faint laughter or faint talking, and then you see a shadow but there's no one there? That'd be so scary.
Today the tunnels remain largely hidden from visitors, but their legend grows with each retelling. They serve as a stark reminder that beneath the city's dazzling lights exists another world, filled with shadows and secrets. For those brave enough to enter, the tunnels offer more than just darkness. They reveal the side of Las Vegas most people never see, where ghosts and mysteries still roam.
Wow. Absolutely crazy.
Number 4. Ghosts of the Little Church of the West.
What?
The Little Church of the West is one of the most iconic chapels in Las Vegas. Built in 1942, it quickly became famous as the wedding spot for celebrities, soldiers on leave, and countless couples chasing a whirlwind romance. Over the years, its quaint wooden design and old-fashioned charm stood in sharp contrast to the neon strip around it. Yet beneath its romantic history lies a series of ghostly tales that have kept the chapel in legend.
What the heck?
Visitors often report unexplained chills while walking down the aisle, as if unseen eyes are watching. Some claim to hear whispers in the pews when no one is there, while others describe the sound of footsteps pacing outside the chapel late at night. The most chilling stories involve couples who feel someone touch their shoulder during ceremonies, only to turn and see nothing but air.
That'd be scary.
One legend speaks of a bride who collapsed and died shortly after her vows in the 1950s. Since then, several witnesses claim to have seen a woman in a flowing gown wandering near the chapel's doors. She appears briefly, smiling or weeping, before vanishing into thin air. Employees also tell of lights flickering and candles being blown out with no breeze. Today, the Little Church of the West remains a celebrated wedding venue, hosting countless ceremonies each year. But for those who know the ghost stories, it's more than just a place of love. Some believe the spirits of past brides and grooms linger, bound to the happiest or most tragic moments of their lives, forever echoing through this small but legendary chapel.
Why would anyone go to that chapel? If you heard about the ghost stories, why would you go?
Number 5. Mob Museum Spirits. The Mob Museum, officially known as the National Museum of Organized Crime and Law Enforcement, is one of Las Vegas's most fascinating attractions. Housed in a 1933 federal courthouse, it tells the story of the city's mob past, from prohibition bootleggers to the casino kingpins who once ruled the Strip. But along with its exhibits of crime and justice, the building has a reputation for something far darker: restless spirits that never left. Visitors have reported strange feelings while standing in the old courtroom, where high-profile trials once determined the fates of notorious gangsters. Some describe hearing voices echoing in the chamber when it is empty, as if jurors or lawyers are still debating their cases. Cold spots and flickering lights are also common, even in newly restored areas.
That's the thing that I'm scared of. Like, what if you just, like, walk into, like, a courtroom or something, and then, like, the lights start to flicker? Or, like, any room, honestly. Because lights flickering is, like, so terrifying to me.
One of the most chilling stories comes from the museum's basement, where the St. Valentine's Day Massacre wall is displayed. The wall, brought from Chicago, is said to carry with it the energy of the 7 men murdered in 1929.
7?
Guests often feel uneasy near it, and some claim to see faint figures in photographs taken there. Employees have also reported hearing gunshots and men's voices muttering in low tones. For many, the Mob Museum is more than a history lesson. It's a place where the shadows of Las Vegas's violent past still linger, whether tied to the building itself or to the mobsters whose stories are told inside. The spirits remind visitors that the city's glamorous surface was built on blood and secrets that refuse to rest.
That's crazy. Yeah, courtroom too.
Number 6. The Lost Artist Ghost of Fremont Street.
Fremont Street.
Fremont Street, the original heart of Las Vegas, has always been alive with neon lights, performers, and music. But hidden among the glitz is the legend of the Lost Artist, a ghostly figure said to wander the historic district. According to local lore, he was a struggling painter who lived near Fremont in the 1940s, dreaming of capturing the bright lights on canvas. After years of poverty and rejection, he died alone, his work forgotten.
That's sad.
Since then, countless visitors have claimed to see a man carrying an easel and brushes, drifting through crowds only to disappear. Some describe him as wearing worn clothes and a tired expression, while others say his form seems almost transparent, glowing faintly under the neon lights. He is most often spotted near old casinos and alleyways where he once searched for inspiration.
Old casino.
Street performers and shop owners tell stories of strange happenings they attribute to the lost artist. Easels have been found knocked over, murals smudged, and chalk drawings mysteriously altered overnight. Some even claim to hear the faint scratch of brushes on canvas in quiet corners, though no artist is in sight.
That's a sad story, though. Like, all the people rejected him, and, like, he just died alone. Like, that's sad.
It's as if the ghost continues to create, forever chasing recognition he never found in life.
R.I.P.
Today, Fremont Street is known for its wild shows and flashing canopy of lights.
Yep.
But beneath the noise lies a more haunting tale. The lost artist remains part of its folklore, a reminder that while Las Vegas celebrates its stars, some souls remain unseen. For those who catch a glimpse of him, the ghostly painter embodies both the dreams and heartbreaks that built the city.
That's a sad story.
Number 7. The Girl in White of Edwards Elementary School.
If you guys go to Edwards Elementary School, feel bad.
Schools often hold their own ghost stories, and in Las Vegas, Edwards Elementary has one of the most famous. Teachers, staff, and even students have told tales of a mysterious girl in white who roams the halls long after the final bell. Dressed in an old-fashioned dress, she is said to appear most often near the library and classrooms late at night.
That'd be scary.
Some believe
That'd be
she
so
was
scary.
a child who died on the property before the school was built, while others think she may have been a former student whose life ended too soon.
That's a good.
Custodians working
Thought.
late often describe hearing the sound of giggles echoing in empty hallways.
Yeah, no. If I ever hear that in a hallway, especially a school hallway, I'm getting out of there.
Lockers slam
Yeah,
shut
no.
with no one nearby, and doors creak open by themselves.
Doors creak open by themselves.
People claim they've seen a young girl dart across the hallway, only to vanish when they followed. Her presence is unnerving, not because she is menacing, but because she seems lost, still trying to be part of a place she once knew.
What the?
Some of the most chilling accounts come from children themselves. A few students have claimed to see the girl in white during class, standing at the back of the room before disappearing in front of everyone.
In front of everyone? That'd be so scary. Just imagine looking at a girl and she just disappears.
Teachers often dismiss
Terrifying.
these claims, but the number of stories makes the legend hard to ignore. Today, Edwards Elementary continues its work as a school, but the girl in white remains a part of its lore. Whether she is a trick of imagination or a true ghostly child, her story lives on in whispered tales, reminding everyone that even places of learning can carry the weight of haunted memories.
That was story. What number was that?
Number 8.
That was story 7. Here's number 8.
The Curse of the Luxor Pyramid.
What?
The Luxor Hotel, with its massive black pyramid and glowing beam of light, is one of the most striking landmarks on the Las Vegas Strip. Since it opened in 1993, the Luxor has been surrounded by whispers of a curse. From accidents during
curse?
construction to tragic events involving guests, many believe the pyramid design and Egyptian theme have brought bad luck to the resort. Several workers died while building the Luxor, fueling early rumors of a curse. Over the years, strange accidents and unexplained deaths continued, from unusual falls to mysterious tragedies that made headlines. Guests have reported seeing shadowy figures in the hallways and strange whispers near the
Terrifying.
obelisk outside.
Terrifying. So
Some
scary.
claim to feel an overwhelming sense of dread when staying in certain rooms, as though the
Certain
weight of the
rooms.
pyramid presses down on them. The Luxor's beam of light, one of the brightest in the world, has also been tied to strange occurrences. Pilots have reported odd malfunctions when flying near it, while others insist the light attracts paranormal energy. Employees tell stories of elevators acting strangely and lights flickering in empty hallways. Some even claim to have seen ghostly figures in Egyptian costumes roaming the casino floor.
That's weird.
Today, the Luxor remains a popular hotel and casino, but the legend of its curse endures. Whether the tragedies are coincidence or something darker tied to its design, the Luxor has become known as one of the most haunted resorts in Las Vegas. The pyramid may shine bright against the desert night, but many believe it hides shadows that will never leave.
That would make sense. A lot of people died around it, so there'd be a lot of horror.
Number 9. Zach Bagans' Haunted Museum. On the corner of Charleston Boulevard sits the Wengert Mansion, now known as Zach Bagans' Haunted Museum. Built in 1938, the mansion was once home to a wealthy Las Vegas family, but over the years, stories of hauntings began to spread. When Bagans turned it into his Museum of the Paranormal, filled with allegedly cursed artifacts, the building's eerie reputation only deepened. Visitors often report feeling watched as they tour the museum's rooms.
That's the most terrifying feeling like you're getting watched. That's so terrifying.
Sudden chills or dizziness, while others say they've been touched by unseen hands. Security cameras have caught doors opening on their own, and strange orbs of light moving across the rooms.
Okay, that's
Guests have
terrifying.
fainted or fled, claiming they couldn't take the oppressive energy inside. Among the most infamous exhibits are items tied to dark histories. The Dybbuk box, said to hold a malevolent spirit, and the chair linked to the Devil's Rocking Chair. But even without the artifacts, the house itself seems haunted. People report seeing ghostly figures on the stairs and hearing voices whispering from the walls. Some believe the original mansion was cursed long before it became a museum. Today, Zach Bagans' Haunted Museum draws thrill-seekers from all over the world. Whether the activity is fueled by the artifacts or the building's history, the mansion has earned its title as one of the most haunted spots in Las Vegas. For those who dare to step inside, it offers more than just a tour. It offers a brush with the unknown.
That's terrifying.
Number 10. Ghosts of the 1980 MGM Grand Fire.
That looked like a cool
On
hotel.
November 21st, 1980, tragedy struck the Las Vegas Strip when a devastating fire swept through the MGM Grand Hotel, now Bally's Casino. Electrical faults sparked the blaze, which quickly filled the 26-story tower with smoke. In just a few hours, 85 people were dead and hundreds injured, marking one of the worst disasters in Las Vegas history. The hotel was rebuilt, but many say the victims of that night never left. Guests and employees have reported chilling encounters in the building ever since. Some claim to hear screams in the hallways during the early morning hours, the same time the fire began. Others describe the smell of smoke lingering even when there is no fire. Elevators are said to stop on random floors without explanation, and doors open and close on their own.
Probably because the floors are like where the people died.
The most common sightings are of ghostly figures dressed in night clothes, wandering the halls as if still searching for a way out. Visitors staying on the upper floors sometimes report waking to see faint shadows standing near their beds, only to vanish when the lights are turned on. A few employees have even refused to work late-night shifts after experiencing cold gusts and whispers in empty rooms.
Yep, that'd be so scary.
Though Bally's thrives as a casino today, the memory of the fire lingers in its walls. For many, the ghosts of the MGM Grand are not just restless spirits. They are reminders of the fragility of life and the scars of a tragedy that forever changed Las Vegas.
Wow, I didn't know that they had a fire.
Number 11. Bugsy Siegel's ghost at the Flamingo Hotel.
Always at the hotels.
The Flamingo
Why are all these at like all the hotels? It doesn't make any sense.
Hotel on the Las Vegas Strip is more than just a glamorous casino. It's the birthplace of modern Las Vegas, built in 1946 with the vision of mobster Benjamin Bugsy Siegel. Siegel poured money into the project, dreaming of a luxury resort that would draw stars and high rollers to the desert. But just months after it opened, Siegel was murdered in Beverly Hills, shot in a hail of bullets.
R.I.P.
Many believe he never left his prized creation. Guests and staff at the Flamingo have long reported eerie encounters. His ghost is often seen near the presidential suite where he once stayed, or wandering the garden grounds he helped design. Some describe him as a shadowy figure in a suit, standing in silence before vanishing.
R.I.P.
Others have felt sudden chills or the sense of being watched,
for all these people.
especially late at night. There are stories of mirrors cracking for no reason and lights flickering in empty rooms.
That would suck.
On rare
Like, just imagine mirrors just cracking out of nowhere. You gotta repair them, and then another one cracks, and then another one cracks. It's just like
occasions, visitors claim to see Bugsy's reflection behind them, as if checking on his casino. Despite decades of change and renovation, his presence seems tied to the roots of Las Vegas itself.
so he's like still there.
For
He
many,
never left,
Bugsy
like what they
Siegel's
said.
spirit is not just a ghost. It's a reminder that Las Vegas was built on ambition, crime, and risk. The Flamingo remains a thriving resort, but in its quiet corners, some say the original king of the Strip still walks, keeping an eye on the empire he helped create. To this day,
Wow.
some believe Bugsy still patrols his hotel, forever tied to the city he helped build.
That's crazy. Actually wild. We have one more story. Number 12.
Number 12. Haunted Halls of the El Cortez.
Another hotel. Like, it's always the hotels.
The El
Why is it always
Cortez
the
Hotel and
hotels?
Casino, built in 1941, is one of the oldest continuously operating casinos in Las Vegas. Its history is closely tied to the city's
built?
mob past, as figures like Bugsy Siegel and Meyer Lansky once had stakes in the property. Over the decades, its walls have seen fortunes made and lost, moments of glamour and whispers of violence. With such a storied past, it's no surprise that the
Why
El Cortez
violence?
is said to be haunted. Guests often report phantom footsteps in its narrow hallways, paired with sudden cold drafts
Just
that
terrifying. Phantom footsteps. Like, that's happened to me before, where you hear footsteps behind you, then you turn around, there's nothing there.
vanish
Terrifying.
as quickly as they appear. Shadows linger in corners, and some claim to feel an oppressive presence following them down the hall. Housekeepers
Wow.
speak of doors slamming shut on their own, items shifting across dressers, and the sensation of being watched while they clean.
I hate to feel like a big watch.
One recurring figure is described as a
Like,
man
I hate
in a
the
dark
feeling of
suit,
being watched.
believed to be a mobster tied to the property. He is often spotted near the casino floor or standing silently in doorways before fading into thin air. Another
Wow.
legend tells of a woman who paces the upper floors, her face pale and sorrowful, thought to be a guest who died tragically decades ago.
How'd she die?
Staff members admit they avoid certain rooms after dark, unwilling to face the strange activity inside. Despite its paranormal reputation, the El Cortez remains a beloved piece of Vegas history. Its classic style and vintage charm attract visitors seeking a glimpse of old Las Vegas. But for many,
Wow.
the real fascination lies in its ghosts.
Actually insane. Alright guys, if you guys liked that video, hit the like, subscribe, and notifications to stay tuned. And I don't think I want to live here anymore. Those were some scary stories. But make sure you guys subscribe, like, and notification button so you can stay tuned for more content. Peace out.
Burning red, KASH TV, Las Vegas.